Hey guys, this is going to be another quick, mostly unedited, because my family is carving pumpkins. Yeah, we wait till the day before Halloween. I don't know why, except that we don't have a lot of time when we're all home, and also we don't like them rotting, before Halloween. So, I'll just get down to the questions, I guess. Signe, yes, I would be interested in staying on for another year, if only because I think the next year of my life is going to be kind of interesting, and I think, I don't know, I thought I might be interesting. 2, I think the channel should go another year, yes. 3, I do have ideas for changes. I sent them to Signe. The rest of you guys, I guess we'll just have to talk to her or me or whatever, because they're too long and bleh for me to go into here. And 4th, yes, I have a couple ideas for people, and I'm gonna contact them or get them in touch with Signe or something. Let's see. Paisley, your favorite musical performance? Kind of a weird question, and I know I watched the vlog and I remember what the specification was, but, I guess in general, I'll just talk about, okay, so my mom introduced me to this music when I was about 5, this music of this woman called Janice Stanfield, and she used to do concerts in East Lansing or Okemos, East Lansing, mostly, which is near where I used to live. Lansing is the capital of Michigan, by the way. Like, if you look at the map, it's, like, mitten-shaped, like Lansing's right in the middle. Anyway, she used to do all these concerts. Her first one was in, 1997, so I was 5. Yeah, and she did, like, 7 concerts or something. Like, she would do a couple in a row and then skip a couple of years and then come back and do some more. But her last one was in 2004. I'd been to every single one that was done in East Lansing, even after we moved in 2004, away from there. And then a couple weeks ago, my mom kidnapped me. She was like, we're having a girls' night out and I'm not telling you where we're going. And we drove to Lansing. I went out to dinner with my aunt and my cousin, and then we went to my mom's friend's dance studio, which, as it turned out, Jana was having a little informal sort of concert for the first time in 5 years, in East Lansing, that my mom had gotten tickets to, and so that was really cool. But Jana is a really fun performer for me to see because she does a lot of talking about her life and her music and what she's passionate about, which is something I'm interested in, and she encourages people to, sing along with her. One time I was at it was a little informal, it was like a pre-concert, and she was having some trouble with the ending of this one song, so she asked us to help her with the song, which was cool. And like, she always took requests, and all the little kids in the audience, she would always have them up on the stage and they could dance. So I always had a lot of fun. There are all these pictures of me when I was 5 and my cousin was 4 dancing on stage with Jana. And I remember, there was this one concert where she was having us sing along with the chorus, but I was like singing along under my breath with the verses because I knew all the words, and she was like, wow, you know all the words. And I was like, yeah, pretty much. I listen to your music all the time. I was like 10 at this point, maybe 8, I don't know. So that was fun. Jana, anyway, let's see. Will, what did you ask? Oh, Halloween costume. I'm sorry, I'll put some pictures up in the sidebar in a couple days, or I'll edit them into my video next week, because my costume is going to be kind of big and involved, and I haven't entirely put it together yet. But I will tell you guys heard it first, other than my mother, I'm going to be Delirium of the Endless from the Sandman comic book series, which you should totally read if you haven't already. They're amazing, by Neil Gaiman, blah, blah, blah. They're so good. Favorite comics ever. But last year I was death. There are pictures on my Facebook if you want to look. So this year I'm being Delirium because I thought it was a good idea, and she's one of my favorite endless. Elijah wanted me to come up with a limerick. There once was a jaunty green hat, who found itself on the head of one that, those syllables were whatever. There once was a jaunty green hat, found it on the head of one that was always conniving in a city that was thriving, and upon a great throne she sat. That didn't make any sense at all, but it was a limerick. Sort of. That was a weird challenge, Elijah. You always come up with the best challenges. By best, I mean weirdest and most random. And again, no Keisha Zephyr and no Molly. So I guess that leaves my question, which is, most of you guys are pretty literate, I think. Unschoolers in general seem to be. So my question is, what book or book series have you reread the most? If you are one that rereads, it could be what movie you've rewatched the most, or TV series that you rewatch. Anything you keep going back to over and over again to reread, go through the archives. I ask this because right now I'm working my way on a partial reread of the Wheel of Time series, which again are really good. If you like fantasy, you should read them, especially really freaking complicated fantasy with, hundreds of characters and subplots and foreshadowing that happens 6 books ahead of time, and prophecies and all that sort of thing. They're a really good series. But the 12th book came out on Tuesday, and I haven't read them in like 3 years. So I'm rereading partially the books, but also some just plot summaries on the internet. And the combination is pretty good. I'm getting through about a book a day, so I should be able to read the book by next week. Josh, I'm vlogging. Go away, please. Anyway,
Pumpkin ideas.
I know, I'm coming. Sorry, my little brother wants me to come help with the pumpkins. But I haven't reread the Wheel of Time series the most. I don't really know what I've reread the most. There are a lot of books I go back to over and over again. Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. Bellwether by Connie Willis. All of Tamara Pierce's books. The Circle books especially, except for Triss's book, which I hate. Trickster's Queen, I reread that so many times, mostly because I love Allie and Noat. Colleges That Changed Lives over the last year, I've read it probably 6 times. I do a lot of reading, though, and I do a lot of rereading, because when I love something, I love it, and yeah, so today is awesome because I got an A on my chemistry quiz that I thought I was going to fail. On the other side, I'd failed a sociology quiz that I really should not have failed because it was a stupid mistake, but not going to get into that because today is awesome, and I'm going to go carve pumpkins with my family. So, peace out, yo.